こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we are studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I'm going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
でも、もし本当にお化けが出たらすぐに逃げちゃえば大丈夫よ。だけど、とにかく大丈夫よ。
B. Hoitsuru. I'm guessing that's a whistle? And then let's see, this says, well, they haven't spoken yet, but yeah. Hoitsuru, yeah. Hoitsuru or whistle. Okay.
休憩時間終わりだ。行こう。休憩時間終わりだ。行こう。
Let's see. I know the first kanji has to do with relaxation. I can't remember what the second kanji is about. The other two kanjis after that are just jikan or time, and then owari da. Or in other words, it's over. Iko is in the suggested tense of iku, so shall we go, essentially? The Kyokei Jikan, rest period. Kyokei, rest break, recess, intermission. Let's see, this is Ikoi, rest, relaxation. Yeah, and this one's used in Yasumu, to be absent or to rest. Let's see, Kyokei Jikan, Owari da. Yeah, Iko. Yeah, this is translated wrong for some reason. Yeah, it's Iko, yeah. So, Kyokei Jikan Owari da Iko.
休憩時間終わりだ。行こう。
Yeah, so in other words, the rest period's over.
どうしてみんな怖いのが好きなの？あれだ。行こう。
Let's see. Doshite, or what to do. With do meaning like what method, and then doing, so doing what method, in other words, what to do. Doshite mina kawaii. So, mina is probably being used adverbially here, so everyone, and then kawaii no ga skina no. So, and so in other words, what to do? Why does everyone like scary things? どうしてみんな怖いの？ no ga tsuki nano. And this noga you see here, there's technically a noun here. Though usually the noun's obvious, so you don't have to state the noun, and it gets dropped out and just becomes noga. Yeah, since it's about liking scary things, it's probably the noun for things, either mono or koto. So if it was a physical object, it'd be like mina, kawaii no mono ga suki nano. Or if it was a non-physical object, mina kawaii no koto ga suki nano.
休憩時間終わりだ。行こう。どうしてみんな怖いのが好きなの？怖いことが起こるかもしれないのにどうして行くの？
Okay, so it's probably koto's the appropriate noun as you're seeing her use here now. So kawaii koto ga, let's see, okoru. Okoru. So that's like to awaken. So in other words, so as for a scary thing, what if it awakens? Then Moshiranai. Then let's see, I don't know, which is so let's see if I remember. That's the way in Japanese they say expressions like I think it's like I don't know if it'll awaken a scary thing. And then so 怖いことが起こるかもしれないのに、どうしていくの? Let's see. So what to do? Should I go? Let's see. Why do you go? Let's see. Oh, interesting. This translator's translating it as "Why do you go there when something scary might happen?" I'm actually not sure if she's asking if I should go or, in other words, if she should go, like, or if she's saying, why do you go there if something scary might happen? I'm gonna guess this is, yeah, it's probably why do you go? Okay, yeah. Yes, and in other words, asking towards them probably makes the most sense in this. Let's see. So, 怖いことが起こるかもしれないのに、どうして行くの? Uh, oh, that's right. It's not to awaken. This is to occur. Yeah, this is based off of the kanji 4. Let's see, okiru, intransitive, to get up, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, okosu, that was the word for to waken someone up, to raise up, to wake. Okosu. So okoru, intransitive, is to occur, okay. Yeah, you can think of it as an event of happening as something like raising up or coming up, essentially. That's essentially like an event happening. Kawaii koto ga okoru kamo shiranai no ni doushite iku no?
行こう。どうしてみんな怖いのが好きなの？怖いことが起こるかもしれないのにどうして行くの？あら、さくらちゃん、どうしたんですか？起こるかもしれないのにどうして行くの？あら、
Ara Sakura-chan, doushitan desu ka? So just like how do means what method, and then shita to would be shite would be to do. Shita as one was done. So what method was done, or in other words, what way was done, or in other words, what happened. Dosta. So Ara Sakura-chan, doustan desu ka? Or hey Sakura-chan, what happened? Oh, okay. I guess it's more like oh or ah in this case. Oh, Sakura-chan, what happened? Let's see. It translates it. Oh my Sakura, what's wrong?
みんな怖いのが好きなの？怖いことが起こるかもしれないのにどうして行くの？あら、さくらちゃん、どうしたんですか？ともよちゃん。うわー！ともよちゃん付き合って。はいはい。怖いことが起こるかもしれないのにどうして行くの？あら、さくらちゃん、どうしたんですか？ともよちゃん。うわー！
Let's see. Skiate. I'm not actually sure what that's supposed to say. Why do I feel like that's an expression of some kind? Sukiaru. Okay, apparently it's a different pronunciation of kanji normally used in oh yeah, that's right. Suku, yeah, I forgot, that's right. Suku, to attach. It's so suku, to attach, and then ao, to match, or to meet sometimes. So sukiao is to associate with, to keep company with, to go out with, to go steady with, to get on. So in this case, it's been used basically to meet. In other words, she's saying, I'm glad. I'm glad we just met, or just glad I found you right now. Sukiate. Uin. Let's see, Uin, Tomoyo-chan, Skiate. And then Tomoyo-chan said, hi, hi, or yes, yes, I understand.
あら、さくらちゃん、どうしたんですか？ともよちゃん。 ちゃん付き合って。はいはい。ねえ、やっぱりやめにしない？ねえ、やっぱ
ね、あ、やっぱり、あ、やめに、let's see, やめにしない。So to do what? Yame. Could this be from Yameru? To stop? So in other words, so is she saying, surely, should we stop now? Let's see. As expected. Okay, Yame. Stop, halt. Hey, why don't we just call it quits? Okay. Or hey, shouldn't we just call it quits? So ne as in getting attention. So ne. So as expected. Why don't we call it quits? Okay, so ne yapari yameni shinai. Let's see. It is a little after 4. Notice the clock faces. They use the 4 lines to do the Roman numerals instead of the 1 line and the V that you normally see. From what I've heard, that's only used on clocks. Daijabu desu wa, or it's alright. Mada. Harui. I'm guessing that means light based on the kanji. So, Mada karui desu. So she's saying, using this phrase as a reasoning why she puts she in there. Oh, not karui, it's akarui. Light, bright, well lit. So in other words, it's alright, it's still well lit. Or daijobu wa mada akarui desu shi. So that, or literally like that way. In other words, yes, that. So, uh, shin shinpai nai wa. Don't worry. With shinpai being worry, and then nai saying not exist. In other words, don't worry.
にしない？大丈夫ですわ。まだ明るいですし。そうそう、心配ないわよ。ねえ、もうすぐうちのお母さんの誕生日なんだけど、プレゼントどんなのがいいと思う？もうすぐ。
Okay. Mo Mosugu. So Sugu is immediately, and Mo is like sort of like already in this case, I believe. So it's like already immediately. So, in other words, right away or right after. And then let's see, Uchi no Okasan. Let's see. So Uchi's how you refer to your own house, and then your own house. Let's see, mother's, and then something. Tan Tanjobi. Oh, birthday. Tanjobi Nanda Kedo. Okay. So at my house is mother's birthday. Okay, so right after this, it's my mother's birthday at my house. I guess my mother's birthday would be implied. Mosugu. Wait, it says soon, shortly, before long, nearly. Oh, okay, so it doesn't mean right away, it means in a relatively short amount of time. So, ne, mosugu uchi no okasan no tanjobi nanda kedo. So soon it's my mother's birthday, but we'll see what the but is about in a moment. Let's see, tanjobi. That's day kanji, life, genuine birth, okay, and then nativity, to be born. Okay, so basically two kanjis to do with being born, followed by day.
そうそう、心配ないわよ。ねえ、もうすぐうちのお母さんの誕生日なんだけど、プレゼントどんなのがいいと思う？
Presento dona no. Let's see, dona no gi.to amo. Yeah, this is probably something like what type of present do you think I should get? Essentially, but it's kind of strange. Let's see, dona. I know noga basically hides a noun in it, but one of its would be dona no presento ga I to omo, but she said it like instead of saying what type of present do you think I should get, she said it like present. What should I get? Let's see if I get rid of the dona in this statement. What does it become? I put it in front of presento. Okay. Why is Donna at that location in this phrase? Chimosugu soon. Nanda Keto softener introducing the topic and leads into a request for advice. See, presento Donna no gai to omo or another. As for present, what? Let's see. What kind of thing is good? So, what kind of present do you think is good? Dona means what kind of and functions as an abnominal modifier. It must directly modify a noun. In this instance, it modifies presento. Even though dona appears after presento in the sentence, it is still grammatically relates to it through the structure dona no ga itomo. Here, no stands for presento, making dona mean what kind of it. This is a very common way to avoid repetition in spoken Japanese. The full form would be presento de dona presento ga ii to omo. But that's redundant. Instead, native speakers say presento dona no ga ii to omo. Thus, dona comes after the noun for fluency and natural flow, not because it modifies the following, but because no replaces the noun. I guess they're using the dead particle in the full sentence since in the limitations of a present, what kind should be gotten, I guess. So presento de dona presento gai tomo. Or as it was said much more quickly, let's see. Let's see. Ne mo sugu uchi no. Oh, I just realized this uchi and uchi no okasan. She's talking. This is not the uchi for house. This is the uchi for my, as in my mother. One's home, one's family. So she's not saying how home in this one. She's saying she's denoting that it's her mother. So ne mo sugu uchi no okasan no tanjobi nanda kedo presento dona no ga ii to omou.
ねえ、もうすぐうちのお母さんの誕生日なんだけど、プレゼントどんなのがいいと思う？あ、千春ちゃんのお母さんだったらお菓子作るの好きだからかわいいどんなのがいいと思う？あ、千春ちゃん
Chihara-chan no okasan uh, da, uh, dattara.
のお母さんだったらお菓子作るの
Is that Okashi? Okashi Guru no. Uh, きだから。Confection, sweets, candy, so okashi. Okay, so you can see the particles being dropped out of this. There would only be a wool between okashi, and then it would be okashi wool tsukuru, so making candy. And then that gets turned into a subject when it gets normalized with no. And I see ski dakara. So when it comes to Chihara-san's mother, let's see, making candy is desirable. In other words, she likes candy, making candy. Let's see. Wait, since Chiharu's mom loves baking, can this mean bacon as well? Find the grammar of this. If she were, in the case that she is, okay, okashi, sweets or snacks. Tsukuru means to make, to bake. No normalizing particle. It turns the preceding verb phrase, make sweets, into a noun phrase, effectively meaning the act of making sweets, or making sweets. The entire phrase acts as a subject of the following adjective, ski dakara. So, meaning like or fun, okay, then dakara, because. So overall, the sentence is dependent on the clause ending because. That translates to because she would like making sweets. See, because she would like making sweets if she were Chiharu's mother, or in more natural conversation, because she were Chiharu's mom, she likes baking sweets. The sentence is incomplete because of dakara, yeah, okay. So, Chihara-chan no okasan, uh, datara, so since it's Chihara-san's mom, okay, okashi tsukuru no ski dakara. Okay, so because it's Chiara-san's mom, she likes making sweets. And then from that,
千春ちゃんのお母さんだったらお菓子作るの好きだから可愛いケーキ皿とか。
kawaii keiki
んのお母さんだったらお菓子作るの好きだから可愛いケーキ皿とか。
Cake plate. ケーキ皿. Okay. Let's see. So, kawaii keiki sara toka. Okay, so the toka in the end is sort of like how you say or something kind of thing. So maybe a cute cake plate or something. Because it implies you're listing more things. Because while to is normally the exclusive uh, and when used with ka, which is like the question words, it implies like listing other things, but we're not saying what they are, so we're just using ka, because ka is also like or. So cute cake plate or something. So Chihara-chan no oka-san dattara okashi tsukuru no suki dakara kawaii keiki sara toka. Or if it's Chihara-san's mother, uh, she likes baking, so a cute cake plate or something.
Present, どんなのがいいと思う？あ、千春ちゃんのお母さんだったらお菓子作るの好きだから可愛いケーキ皿とか。ケーキ皿か。ねえ、さくらちゃん、どう思う？
Ne Sakura-chan, do omo, or in other words, so do what way? Essentially, so in other words, so hey Sakura-chan, what do you think? Ne Sakura-chan, do omo.
ねえ、さくらちゃん、どう思う？気にしないで。ねえ、さくらちゃん、どう思う？
Ah, uh, uh, kini shinaide. So ki is like mind or spirit. So mind or spirit is not doing. In other words, and then de, that, and the limited in the region of the mind or spirit not doing. So in other words, she's not paying any attention. Kini shinaide. Interesting. It translates it as never mind, but think it's probably more accurate in this case to say it's not paying attention.
皿とかケーキ皿か。ねえ、さくらちゃん、どう思う？気にしないで。そうなんだよね。うちのお母さんも今度の日曜日が。
See, uh, still not, uh, sonan, so to be that way, yone, okay. Uchi no okasan mo, so my mother. Let's see. That's Nichiyobi. What's that other word?
そうなんだよね。うちのお母さんも今度の日曜日が。
So sona, that's that way, aka mean that's right, essentially, as you'd say it in English. And then konda, this time, next time. Yeah, so yeah, it's next time in this case. So in other words, next Sunday. So sonanda yone, ichi no kasan mo konda no nichi yobi ga. So that's right. Let's see, that's right. As for my mother, next Sunday.
気にしないで。そうなんだよね。うちのお母さんも今度の日曜日が。
So she didn't finish the statement, but since seeing as how the whole conversation was about birthdays, it likely means next Sunday is her mother's birthday.
こっち。
Kochi, or this way. Let's see. Kurasu no something kigoe. I know that's that animal sound kanji. Or it's kanji used in animal sounds. Oh. Naku. Okay, so Nakigoe. So animal sound voice, essentially like a roar, bark, chirp. And Naku was to make a sound of an animal. Okay. So Karasu no Nakigoe, or sound of a crow.
こっち。カラスですわ。カラスです。
Karasu deswa, or it's a crow. And Sakura yes.
ここだけど。
Kokodake do. And by the way, that cliff edge you see there, that's what Sakura was referring to in the previous video when she was talking about a dangerous drop. Kokodake. koko da kedo. So koko da kedo. So to be here, but in other words, we're here, but so koko da kedo.
ここだけど何にも出ないね。何にも
Nanimo denai ne. In other words, nanimo, while the particles tend to be used like all things, nanimo tends to be used exclusively for meaning nothing, not necessarily for all things, but nothing at all. So nothing, and then deny, which comes from deru, to exit or come out. In other words, nothing came out, or in other words, no ghost appeared. Nanimo denai ne.
何にも出ないね。夜にならないとダメなのかしら。
夜にならない。So, 夜
何にも出ないね。夜にならないとダメなのかしら。
So, 夜にならない. So, ならない is from naru, to become, so not becoming, and then yoru, the target, which is evening or night. So it is not night. So with it not being night, because the to is that with thing. So yoru ni naranai to, let's see, dame na no kashira. In other words, with it not being night, I wonder if it's bad that Kashida has that I wonder nuance to it. If I remember correctly, it comes from ka and then shida nai, as in to not know. But when used like that, it basically has the implication of I wonder. So I don't know if it's essentially it's like I don't know if it's because it's not night. In other words, I wonder if it's because it's not night. Sentence ending particle kashida. Okay, this is a feminine sentence ending particle used to express uncertainty, speculation, or gentle question. It softens the question, making it sound less direct and demanding than just ka. It conveys a sense of I wonder if, or is it really? So, I wonder if it really has to wait until night, or does it mean we have to wait until night? What is Kashida from? Kashida originates as an abbreviation of the classical expression Kashida nu, which is the traditional way to older way to put some verb in the negative, or kashidan, which literally means I don't know whether, or I don't know if I don't know. Yeah, it comes from the word shiru, to know. Okay.
ここだけど。何にも出ないね。夜にならないとダメなのかしら。
Sakura Tachi no Himei grieve, sad, okay. So shriek scream made from sadness and chirp, cry, bark, sound, ring, echo. So regret or sad or grieve, chirp, bark, so not aka a scream. So Himei. So Sakura Tachi means Sakura and friends, essentially. Or Sakura's group. So Sakura's group screams. Or Sakura Tachi no Himei. Konnichiwa, Sueko. Genki desu ka? Or how are you? Kami no Nagai. Let's see. Kami no Nagai. Onna no hito ga. Or in other words, a long-haired woman. Which, if you're familiar with Japanese horror, there are ghosts that meet that description. Muya muya shite tongata. I think me. Something about the eyes. Hazy, misty, foggy, murky, fuzzy. Tongata. Pointed, sharp. I don't think that's the word they were going for. Let's see, with fuzzy pointed ears. See, if I change this to night, does that change what it could be? Explain the grammar of moya moya shite. Okay, moya moya suru, okay, is an onomatopoeic adjective verb meaning to feel uneasy, to be confused, or to feel unsettled. Oh, yeah, here it is. Uncertain feeling. Okay. Okay, it describes a state of mind or atmosphere where things are unclear or worrying. Shite. This is the tab form. Okay, suru. In Japanese, the tab form is used to connect verbs and adjectives to other elements of. Okay, here it links the state of feeling uneasy to the next descriptor. So in other words, it's sort of like not only linking it, but it also is saying it's doing it. So it's doing uneasy. And what's doing uneasy? Let's see. Tongata. Tongaru. To be pointed. Tongaru. There's no n in this spelling of it, but there is in that one. To stick out, often used for ears, horns, or lips. And then Mimi. Oh yeah, that's Mimi. Okay, yeah, so ears. So unsteadily pointed ears. Of ears that were feeling uneasy and pointed. Let's see, so. Let's see. Moya moya to modify ears is unusual unless it is poetic or personified description, e.g. the character feels uneasy and the ears are. Okay, no. This case is uneasy about other pointed ears, okay. Let's see. More commonly, moya moya would modify the person's state, while tongata modifies the ears. Okay, it would mean the uneasy feeling and the pointed ears without full context. The phrase is a noun phrase ending in a possessive particle ready to be followed by another noun. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, so instead of saying the ears are uneasy, it could be meaning that the ears make her feel she's just saying she feels uneasy, and then she said it. But then why would she follow up with that with it has pointed ears? Or not, well, I mean pointed, yeah, pointed ears. That usually implies you feel uneasy about the pointed ears. So why is it tongata? Isn't the word togata? Let's see, togaru and tongaru are alternative pronunciations of the same verb. Both are correct and mean to become pointed or to taper to a point. Togaru is standard dictionary form. Tongaru is a common variant pronunciation. The addition of the n sound is a phonetic phenomenon that can occur for emphasis or ease of pronunciation in spoken Japanese. Therefore, tongata is grammatically correct because it is the past tense of tongaru, which is the valid form of the verb meaning to become pointed. So, moyamora shite tongata mimi no. Let's say, 目が一つで、let's say, ぐるぐる。Isn't that a rolling sound usually? Guru guru? Let's see. So, as for eyes, it just has one rolling eye, or... turning round and round in circles. Okay, so basically it has one eye turning round and round. One eye that spins round and round. Mega hitotsu de guru guru. Pink de kuchi ga pink de kuchi sakeru. Okay, to split, to tear, to burst, to be separated. Kiba, tusk, fangs. So the pink mouth. Why are they using de instead of ni though? Pink de kuchi ga separated tusk or fangs. Sakete from sakeru, to split, to tear. I'm guessing it's supposed to be fangs and not tusk. Kiba. Pink with a split mouth and fangs. Hmm. She split open, revealing fangs. Okay, I wonder if it's supposed to say like a pink mouth split open showing fangs, essentially. So, pink kuchi ga, let's see, sakete, yeah, sakete, okay, keep, yeah, kiba, yeah. Pink de, kuchi ga, sakete, kiba ga.
とんがった耳の目が一つでぐるぐる、ピンクで口が裂けて牙が、大きな肉まん。大きな肉まん。肉まん。So large and then steam bun with meat filling. So nikuman. Is man like a bun or something? Oh, being filled. Okay, man. So filled. Nikuman is filled with meat, and I guess that's just implied that would be a bun. Nikuman. Okina a nikuman, or in other words, a large meat-filled bun. Or, as the translator puts it, a giant steam bun. もやもやしてとんがった耳の目が一つでぐるぐる、ピンクで口が裂けて牙が、大きな肉まん。はあ、ですから、okay. From what was just said, in other words, ですから。私が見たのは大きな肉まんなんですけど。Let's see. 私が Let's see. 私が見た So what I saw, here, 私が見たのは大きな肉まんなんです。Kiddo. So as for what I saw, it was a large meat bun, but でぐるぐる、ピンクで口が裂けて牙が、大きな肉まん。はあ、ですから私が見たのは大きな肉まんなんですけど。Okay, now you got the description. Now here's what they actually saw. If you want to see that again. Let's see. すごい let's see. Kawaii scared. So kowakatta. So sugoi means extremely. So extreme. So and then
kawaii, so kawakatan, so was scared, so I was extremely scared. Sugoi kawakatan dakara. So so I was extremely scared. So from that, so sugoi kawakatan dakara.
すっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさくら、幽霊怖いんか。
Tsukeru berusu. Nan Nanya Sakura.
すっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさくら、幽霊怖い。
Yeah, Yude. Wait, Yude? That's... I know, I recognize that kanji to mean something about some sort of ghostly figure or something. Yude, ghost, spectral apparition. In this case, a Yude is more of a, like a ghostly type object. I believe Obake can have, Obake. Yeah, Obake doesn't have to necessarily be a ghost. It could be a monster or a demon, but Yude is specifically reserved for like ghostly type of things, like a specter apparition. So Nanya Sakura Yude Kawaii-ka. So where's the ghost that scary, I guess? What does Nanya do for the sentence? Oh, what's up, Sakura? Are you scared of ghosts? Okay, yeah, because Nan is like basically the question word for used for things, but here it's not being used for a question. It's being used. Oh, okay, I see. It's the casual questions. What it would be Nanya ka or Nanya more casually. So Nanya, so what's up? Okay, and then Sakura Yude Kawaii ka. And okay, this has the particles ga or wa drop, so this would normally be yude ga kawaii ka, but this is casual speech, so particles like that tend to be dropped. So nanya sakura yude kawaii ka. So are ghosts scary? In other words, are you scared of ghosts?
すっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさくら、幽霊怖いんか。怖いよ。
Kawaii yo. See.
なんかすっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさくら、幽霊怖いんか。
Kawaii yo. Okay, so yeah, it was scary, and it said in this suggestive. Wait, kawaii isn't Kyoshi. I mean suggestive tense. Kawaii yo. Oh, that's right. The way you say interpretations, you say it with yo, so appear, looking like, or way. So in other words, it looks scary because you can't just directly say opinion, so you have to say it as like you're saying opinion. So you say kawaii yo. So it's the way or method of scary, or it's scary looking. So kawaii yo.
すっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさく ら幽霊怖いんか？怖いよ。黒カードと戦うんは平気やのに。なんやさくら幽霊怖いんか？怖いよ。黒カー
クラウカードと、戦うんlet's see 戦うんは平気やのに so with Sakura okay see with so so as for fighting with Sakura Heki problem oh no cloud card so with the cloud okay with with fighting the cloud card that's right okay yeah cloud card tatakaun wa Heki ya no ni so as for fighting the cloud cards is that a so fighting the cloud cards is a problem? Okay, I think he's trying to say something like you have no trouble with fighting cloud cards. Let's see what the translator says. Let's see, you're totally fine fighting the cloud cards though. Noni is when you're trying to introduce like contradictory information. You generally use that particle for that. Heiki, cool. Oh, Heki. Cool, calm, composed. Oh, that's right. I was thinking Taihin. Yeah. Cool, calm, composed. So even, flat, and then spirit, mind. So a flat mind, aka at peace mind. So calm. So クラウカードと戦うは平気やのに So yeah, you're fine with the fighting the cloud cards.
すっごい怖かったんだから。なんやさくら幽霊怖いんか？怖いよ。黒カードと戦うんは平気やのに。なんかよくわかんないものはダメなの。
Nanka, so something, okay. Yoku, let's see. Wakanai mo, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Wakanai mono wa dame. Is this supposed to be wakaranai just altered? Let's so something Wakanai, not understanding, not knowing. Yeah, I guess I can't handle things I don't understand. Okay, so let's see, what is the wakanai in this? Wakanai is an informal colloquial contraction of wakaranai, meaning not understanding, not knowing. It's the origin. It is derived from wakare. Okay. In casual speech, particularly in Kanto region, the negative wakaranai is often contracted to wakanai by changing the ra sound to the n sound, meaning, okay. So yoku can be often or well, so here she's saying something I don't understand well is bad. Not good. Okay, hopeless, wasted, cannot, must not. No good. Okay. So she's no good with things that she doesn't understand well. So nanka yoku wakanai mono wa dame nano.
怖かったんだから。なんやさくら、幽霊怖いんか。怖いよ。クローカードと戦うんは平気やのに。なんかよくわかんないものはダメなの。クローカードはとりあえず正体がわかってるもん。
See. Cloud card toriaizu. So as for cloud cards, toriaizu, for the time being, something ga wakaterun mon short for mono. Okay, so for the time being, some sort of, what did she say?
カードと戦うんは平気やのに。なんかよくわかんないものはダメなの。クローカードはとりあえず正体がわかって。
Shotai. Isn't that something about body, I'm guessing? Or could be understanding, let's see. Shotai. True character, true form, true colors, identity, truth, origin. So, as for the cloud cards, for the time being, I understand their true form thing. So it's a thing that I understand their true form for a time being. I'm actually kind of curious, why do they use moan so much? I've noticed that gets used a lot more often than I thought it would. At least with the cloud cards, I know what they really are. Why does moan get used at the end of casual sentences like this all the time? It's used as an end of casual sentences to emphatically state a reason or justification while conveying strong personal emotion. It functions similar to the English cause or because you know, adding a subjective, often defensive or explanatory tone that distinguishes it from objective reasons like kara or node. So when you want to give it a reason, but it's more of an emotional reason, and you sort of like saying it's a thing or because. So, クラカードはとりあえず紹介が分かってるもん。
あ、怖いよ。黒カードと戦うんは平気やのに。なんかよくわかんないものはダメなの。黒カードはとりあえず正体がわかってるもん。なんや、わかったようなわからんような理屈やな。
なんやわか、なんやわかったようなわからんわわからんようなunderstood. So like I said, then not understood. So understood reason, not understood reason. Rikutsu, theory, reason, logic. Rikutsu, yeah. See, man, that's some logic I kind of get, but kind of don't. See, Nanya. In the grammar of... This going to be using Nanya differently than they did earlier a few sentences ago. See, the phrase Nanya is Kansai dialect equivalent of standard Nanda, function as an emphatic copula. Yeah, Nanya, shouldn't that mean like that said, or let's see. Or what is that, or... In this context, it connects the subject to the speaker's judgment or realization. It is, or that's. The core grammatical structure yo na, something yo na, something yo na, which means like this or like that or sort of but not quite. Rikutsu, reason, logic. Wakata, to understand. Wakaran, Kansai dialect negative form of wakata nai, not understanding, okay. What are all the uses of Nanya at the beginning of a sentence? What are all the uses of Nanda Nanoda, okay, which combines the normalizer no and the copula da. It adds explanatory or emphatic conclusion, emphasis to when used at the beginning interjectional explanatory question often conveying surprise, confusion, annoyance. In contrast, not like what is it or what, huh? What the? Oh, I see. Okay, so I guess he's meaning it sort of like huh or oh, I see. I guess, and but it basically comes from like what the or what is that? Like what is this? So Nanya wakatta yo na wakaran yo na na rikutsu rikutsu. So rikutsu comes from logic, argument, lesson, and yield, bench, flinch. Okay, submit. Okay, so rikutsu is theory, reason, logic. So nanya wakatta yo na wakaran yo na rikutsu ya na.
ないものはダメなの。クローカードはとりあえず正体が分かってるもん。なんや、分かったような分からんような理屈やな。けどみんなバラバラのもん見たんやろ。
けどみんなバラバラのもん見たんやろ。Let's see, but everyone, and then bara bara. You'll notice in Japanese a lot of repetitive words like this, like goro goro, bara bara, is used for like describing things. See, bara bara. Rose. I don't think it's that bara. Loose articles, bone. But didn't everyone see uh the scattered pieces? I think he's trying to say, didn't everyone see different things? See, kedo mina bara bara no mon mitan yaro. Explain the grammar of bara bara, an onomatopoeic adjective or word meaning in pieces, scattered, broken apart, falling apart. Mitanyaro, okay. Complex casual form composed of three parts. Me, for me to see, okay. Ta, past tense, colloquial contraction of no, used here to add emphasis or explanatory to the past action. Yaro, dialectal contraction of dado, meaning right? Or I suppose. In other words, suggesting that didn't everyone see different pieces? Kedo mina barabara no mon mitanyaro.
ああ、けどみんなバラバラのもん見たんやろ。あんなカードあったかな。
Kado ataka. So let's see, that, oh, I wonder if this is supposed to be au as in to meet. In other words, I wonder if you met a card. Kado ataka na. Yeah, na implying that it's more like he's thinking out loud kind of thing. Let's see what verbs they pick. They pick aru as in to exist or to have. I don't think there was a card like that. Oh, in other words, did a card exist like that? In other words, I don't think there was a card like that. Okay, I see. So that's what he's saying. So this is from aru to exist. We'll find out in a moment. Let's see.
なんや、わかったよな、わからんような理屈やな。けどみんなバラバラのもん見たんやろ。あんなカードあったかな。
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
もん見たんやろ。あんなカードあったかな。
そろそろ夕
Sorosoro yu gohan dayo. So sorosoro. I guess that means shortly. Let's see. Yu gohan is
飯だよ。
yeah, is dinner essentially. Yeah, it's basically evening rice is what it literally translates to. Okay, Soto, soon, before long, anytime now. And the Soto comes from to be archaic, polite, go language, okay. To collect together, Sotoeru, okay. Let's see, where does Soto come from? Onomatopoeic or mimetic word Giongo or Gi-taigo that does not have a direct etymology derivation from a single root verb in modern usage, but rather evolved from a repetition of the syllable soto to convey a sense of gradual progression or nearing a point. It is broadly categorized into two primary semantic origins: temporal action-based, meaning it expresses that something soon, gradually, or that it is about time to do something. There's common usage in phrases like soto, kaeri masho, let's go home soon, or soto jikan desu, it's about time. It implies natural progression towards a deadline or desired action. Manner-based, meaning it describes doing something slowly, quietly, or gently, often to avoid making noise. For example, soro soro aruku means to walk gently or quietly. Well, in this case, we're using the first one about something soon. Sora sora, you gohan yo, hi. Or yes.
カードあったかな。
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's
カ
right.
ードあったかな。
そろそろ
He said Yuhan, not you Gohan. Yeah, you Gohan would be the full way of saying it, but you could, I guess you could shorten it. You Gohan. Yeah, it would be written like this, you Gohan. But he just takes the go off, which is just an honorific anyway, so Yuhan.
夕飯だよ。
早くケロちゃんが元の姿に戻ってボディーガー
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
Let's see, Hayaku Kira-chan or quickly Kira-chan. Something no Sugata ni modotte. Moto, origin source. So I guess that means supposed to be original form. So as for Kiro-chan, quickly return to the original form? Has he mentioned that yet? Oh, I wish Kiro-chan would get back to normal soon. Explain the grammar of Did he get sick or something? Moto no sugata ni means original form or appearance or form. Target, okay. Modoru. To connect the action to fall, okay. The speaker is claiming as urgently wishing or commanding Kira-chan to quickly return to the original form. So, Hayaku Kira-chan ga moto no sugata ni modotte.
なあ。
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
早くケロちゃんが元の姿に戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。
See. Body カードになってくれればいいのに so if received so becoming see body card becoming that, so if received it would be good. See what it's trying to say. Let's see. Oh, I wish Kiro-chan would just go back to normal and become my bodyguard. Oh, that's not Kado, that's Gado. Okay. Missed that Dakuten in there. So Hayaku, uh, Hayaku Kira-chan ga moto no sugata ni modotte ボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。So, Kira, so Kira-chan quickly returning to the original form. Let's see, if becomes bodyguard would be good. Or in other words, I wish Kira-chan would go back to normal and become my bodyguard. And they're using Noni because it's contrast because of something else. Yeah, kurereba, I believe that should be from that should be the conditional eba of kureru. Let's see. Kureru. Let's see. Causative conditional eba. Kurereba. Yeah. Conditional eba. And that's how you say. That's how you make a suggestion in Japanese. Like you say, if this, then it would be good. In other words, yeah, it would basically saying it would be a good idea if, or in other words, I wish this. That's how you say something would be a good idea. So, ボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。
カードあったかな。
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
早くケロちゃんが元の姿に戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうしよう思ったら少なくとも戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうし
See. そうしよう。So, to be that way. But this is in the suggestive tense, which is also called the volutional tense. Okay. そうしよう。思っ Let's see, omo should conjugate to omotara. But I noticed there's no small su in this. Yeah, omo. I wonder if that's a Kansai thing. Omotara. So, let's see.
早くケロちゃんが元の姿に戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうしよう思ったら少なくとも元の姿に戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうし
Okay. Omoetara. Yeah, okay. So, Goshi. Oh no, Sukunaku. That's right, Sukunaku. Which which comes from sukunai, small, so smally. Sukunaku. Tomo. But if I were to do that at the very least, socio, let's do that. Oh, let's do that. Oh, I think it's trying to say to do that thought. So if you do, explain the grammar of this. Socio omotara sukunaku tomo is grammatically incorrect and mixes two different. It appears socio to omotara, yeah. If I thought to do that, or when I decided to do that in sukunaku tomo, at least. The verb omotara, the conditional verb mo, to think. However, the preceding phrase socio is the evolutional form of sudo. They do not naturally combine socio omotara. Let's see. If you mean when I decided to do that, or let's say the correct phrase is socio to omotara, or simply socio to shitara. When I tried or was about to do that, let's see. If you mean if I thought so, sukunaku, okay, sukunaku tomo is an adverb meaning at least, at the very least, minimum, is used to specify a lower limit with the numerical values or objective minimums of sukunaku tomo in this. Sukunaku tomo is an adverb meaning at least, at minimum. It can, in the context of this, okay, when I thought I would do that, or if I decided, it is used to establish a minimum requirement or baseline that must be met for the intention or action to be feasible. So when I thought I would do that, or if I decided to do that, socio to omotara, so see, sukunai, I believe, is just sukunai. Yeah, just few small. Okay, so it's small as in not size, but small as in quantity. Yeah, chisai is small in size. So I'm guessing sukunaku, so use it in a small quantity in adverbial sense, and then to, so with using the small quantity, and then I guess the mo as in like adding it as a point, so in other words that question mo, so with that small quantity, in other words setting it as a lower limit as they were saying, sukunaku tomo. Now is this a Kansai Ben thing? Is is omotada instead of omotada in this a Kansai Ben dialect? Is not specific to the Kansai dialect. It is a general feature of colloquial Japanese used across all regions for informal speech. General colloquialism. In casual conversation, Japanese speakers frequently omit the to uh, in conditional clauses. Tada becomes ra. In contract volutional forms, sho becomes shio, so shio becomes shio. Okay. Kansai dialect features. Okay, the Kansai dialect concept is distinguished by specific grammaticals such as hen for negatives instead of nai and ya for copulence to da. While the sentence you reference likely appears in a Kansai bin manga, the contraction omotada itself is not a dialect marker unique to Kansai bin. So in other words, it's just a casual way to say omotada. You say omotada. Let's see, socio. This This is the Kansai dialect contraction of so. That's the same thing. In standard Japanese, the evolutional form of the verb suru to do is shio in Kansai. The long vowel is often shortened to sound short o sound resulting in shio to show. Okay. Omotara. This is conditional form of omo, meaning if I think or when I thought. In Kansai speech, the particle to, which connects volutional form verb omu, is frequently omitted. Thus, shio to omota becomes shio omotara. In the user's query, is written as shio omotara or potentially shio omotara with a type. Okay. It's a fragment. The full sentence might be Sukunaku tomo so shio to omotara, at least if I think about it that way. No, I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean. In many Japanese dialects, such as concept and in casual speech, the double T sound in the past tense verb in u and su is often dropped or softened, so omota becomes. Okay, so ota. Okay. Let's see if I thought about doing that idea. Let's see. So if I thought about doing that idea at the very least, so soshio omotara sukunaku tomo. In other words, to do that at the very least, or in other words, if I thought about doing that idea at the very least.
なあ。
そろそろ夕飯だよ。
ああ、早くケロちゃんが元の姿に戻ってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうしよう思ったら少なくともヒーとチーのカード両方捕まえんとな。ヒーとチーのカード両方捕まえんとな。だから少なくともヒーとチーの
ひとちのカード
両方捕
両方let's see man tona. So it looks like you have to have the fire and earth card for that to be possible. Ryoho, both. Oh, that's right. This is the ryo used in Ryoshin as in parents. So this means both, and then this direction. So both sides, both parties, or both. So you have to have both ways or both. So ryoho, atsu mayan. This is probably from a contraction of atsu mayanai. Yeah. Oh, it's not atsu. It's tsukamaeru, to catch, transitive. What's an atsu a collect word as well? Atsu maru, I think something like that. Atsumaru, to gather. Okay, so atsumaru is to gather, it's intransitive, to assemble. But this is to catch, oh, this is to catch, okay. Tsukamaeru. So to catch, to capture, transitive, but this is Tsukamayan or Sukumayanai, so not able to capture. See, I'll have to catch, or in this case, you'll have to catch at least both the fire and earth cards. Let's see, is Su, sukamayan. Oh yeah, a dialect contraction of sukamayanai. Do not catch, won't catch. Okay. Why are they saying it in the negative though? Let's see. Soshio omotara sukunaku tomo. Hi to chi no kado ryoho tsukamaen to. Why is skama in the negative? This is a statement, so it's not really asking a question, so let's see. It roughly translates to you've got to catch fire and earth cards. At first glance, skamayan, which appears to be a negative form of skamaedu to catch, might seem contradictory. Why use negative form when the speaker clearly means to express the necessity or determination to do something? Okay. Let's see. Hitochi no Kado, the fire and earth card. Ryoho, both. Skamayan, contraction of skamayanai. Negative form of skamaedu, okay. Tona. Oh, tona is the contraction of to ikenai. Mean must not, or okay, that's why it's in the negative. So not catching them is not possible. In other words, you have to catch them. Okay. So tona is a contraction of to ikenai. So hito chi no kado yoho skamen tona. In other words, you have to catch the fire, both the fire and water cards. I mean, sorry, both the fire and the earth cards.
だってボディーガードになってくれればいいのに。そうしよう思ったら少なくとも火と血のカード両方捕まえんとな。ワイの元の姿はかっこええで。
Why no? Why no moto no sugata wa kakoe de? So kakoe comes from kakoi, but this is the Kansai bin way of saying it. I believe is that or just an alternative way? Let's see. Is kakoe from Kansai bin? Yes, okay, it is from Kansai bin. Okay, yeah, so it's Kansai bin, and kako is form, and then which comes from is good. So good form, in other words, cool, essentially. So I know moto no sugata wa kakoe de. And that here is being used as a replacement as yo in Kansai bin. So in other words, my original form is cool. Why no moto no sugata wa kakoe de?
両方捕まえんとな。ワイの元の姿はかっこええで。かっこいい？
顔 roar sound made by monsters 顔
ワイの元の姿はかっこいいで。かっこいい？
oh cool
ガオー。おいしそう。姿はかっこいいで。かっこいい？ガオー。
質問がありますか? Are there any questions? If there's no questions, I want to raid, so please stick around for that. Nangoku Bearu. We're gonna raid her. What does that mean? Tropical bear. Oh, Bearu. Is that bear? Bearu? Southern country, Southern Providence, Nangoku. Kuni. Oh, this is from, yeah, this is from Koku country, so Goku because of the Tenten rule, so Nangoku. So southern country, and I guess that has the meaning of tropical. So tropical Bearu, so, or Nangoku Bearu. the while she's looking into those settings, let's see who else to raid. We're gonna raid Ginron 83 for the second raid. For the third raid, we're going to do the Okay, so she seems to be having trouble with the raid. It's Okay, so we're gonna raid someone else instead because she can't figure out how to turn it on. Let's see, we're gonna raid Kanade. Okay, and let's see, this last raid we were gonna do on we're gonna raid Bobby Poof Gaming. So, 皆さん、お気をつけて、また明日。Goodbye everyone, see you tomorrow.